Hello everyone, welcome back to Gaby Answers Questions. Today we're doing a 2025 look back. These are all questions that I answered in 2024 when I did a 2024 look back, so I thought it'd be fun to do it again, kind of check in and see where my life is right now and maybe do it next year too. So let's jump in. First question is, what music are you listening to right now? Great question. I think I'm definitely streaming Aperture, the new Harry Styles song. I got to be one of the photographers photographing his listening party for the new song. So that was really fun and I have been kind of obsessed with it ever since. How did the Taylor Swift book cover turn out? I'm so glad you asked. It turned out great. I'm literally obsessed with it. My name's on the back cover. I can't believe this is a picture I took of Taylor Swift and I can't believe they put it on a book. Literally will forever be shocked by this. Next question, who was my favorite artist that I photographed in 2025? Great question. I really had a lot of fun at Hinterland Festival last year in Iowa. Not only did I get to shoot Lana Del Rey, but I also got to shoot Casey Musgraves. Both artists I had never photographed before, but really liked their music. Casey was wearing these beautiful like butterfly wings and Lana was just doing all the stuff. So that was really, really fun for me. How many shows did I go to in 2025? And well, I did 41 shows for J Balvin last year, which is really crazy. It was so many. We toured in Europe, US, Japan, Vietnam, Dubai, Colombia, Mexico, just all over the place. And that was awesome. I think I also did probably like 6 to 10 other music festivals and a couple miscellaneous shows, probably at least 50, I would say, in the ballpark. I really should have done a better job about keeping track about all the shows and festivals I've ever been to, but it's just so many now that it's like impossible to keep track. What was my favorite personal trip of 2025? Well, I started the year in January on a safari in South Africa, which is genuinely one of the coolest trips I've ever been on. So I think that has to just be at the top of the list. We also had a few days off on the Oregon coast, or in Oregon, and my partner and I went to the Oregon coast, which was really beautiful. And I've been wanting to see that area of the United States. So that was a really big highlight for me. And then after our Europe tour, I convinced Justin to come fly over and meet up with me in Europe. And we did a mountain Switzerland kind of little village stay, which was so cool. And then we went to Lake Como in Italy, which I had never been to. That was another just absolutely phenomenal trip. We ate gelato, we hiked mountains, like it was just absolutely perfect. We also went paragliding there, which was really crazy. And then I ended the year in Vienna doing a mother-daughter trip on a boat in Vienna. So honestly, it was a year of travel and I loved it so much. What was my favorite music festival that I worked in 2025? Force Fields was a really cool festival. It was the first iteration of an EDM festival in Wisconsin. That was really fun to kind of like bring the plur and kind of like show a new demographic of people how to have like an EDM festival and how to like bring that culture. Hinterland was amazing, as I said. And then with Balvin, we did a run that was Japan, Vietnam, Dubai. And those were all like just the coolest places to go to and explore and see the culture. And the shows were really fun too. I also got to do ACL Festival for LPGOB, who's another Austin-based artist, and she and her whole team were amazing, so it was really cool to get to know their camp. What was my favorite concert that I saw for fun? That's so hard. Honestly, probably totally on a whim when we were in Europe. I think we were in like Poland or something random. We had a night off and Gracie Abrams was playing at the festival that we were playing at. So we just like Ubered into the festival and got to watch her set. And I love her music, but I had never seen her live before. And so it was just me, my bestie Erica, just like bouncing around in the crowd listening to her music. So that was really fun. And then J Balvin did a hometown show in Medellin, Colombia. And that was just like crazy, a stadium, iconic, crazy dancers, crazy everything. I loved it. Did I break any gear last year? No, I didn't. I had a great year. My 70-200 still has the crack in it, just right on the edge, not on the lens, just on the little outer edge, which is fine. And one of my R6 bodies has a crack in the viewfinder too, but none of it affects performance. And I haven't had time to send it in to get repaired yet. So we're gonna hope that those last. And besides that, I didn't break any other gear, which is awesome. Did you get any new gear? Great question, let me show you. I actually just got this, so it's so new that I Literally don't know how to use it. This is a Super 8 camera. I have this and 2 rolls of film, and I also have a Polaroid camera and some Polaroid film. Literally brand new, so stay tuned. I will return back with photos next year. What was my biggest personal achievement in 2025? Oh my gosh, that's kind of like hard and existential, but probably my music photography book that I put out, just because like I always wanted to do a photo book, and I just feel like that book is such a good representation of my body of work and like my concert photography I've done over the years. So that was cool, and I just felt really proud because I designed everything, put it all together myself, had it all made and shipped here and sent out to people, so that was really rewarding for me. And then also the Taylor Swift book, because that's iconic. Did you get any new tattoos? Great question. Yeah, I did. I got a butterfly tattoo on my back. It's pretty big. It looks really cool, and I got that as a present for myself when we wrapped on tour in the summer. And I was like, that was a long tour. It was literally like March to June, and I was like, I'm getting myself a present, and I got myself a butterfly tattoo. Other big personal achievements, the US tour with J Balvin. I always wanted to do a US bus tour. That's like what you always see people talking about, is like living on the tour bus. So I got to do that, and that was really cool. Also, when we played at the Kia Forum, which is like so iconic in itself, some of my photos from that show ended up being published in Rolling Stone, which is the coolest thing that's literally ever happened to me. And then I submitted one of my photos to the Music Photography Awards in London, and one of the photos of J Balvin was shortlisted and ended up being in a gallery show in London, and I got to go see it in December. So that was just like so freaking cool. Overall, I would say 2025 was a crazy year. I think I went to 5 continents, traveled so many places, got to have so many cool experiences, literally was on tour for most of the year, and it was awesome, and I'll never forget how crazy it was. So that was my look back on 2025. Let me know if you have any other questions, and stay tuned for the 2026 look back. Bye!